Julia, when did you start dancing? You've been dancing from what, the early 50s, no,
Yes,
the mid 40s.
14.
Tell us
I
a
was
little bit
15 years old then.
Tell us a
I
little
was
bit
just
about
out
that.
of school, and the Bosco Holder brothers, Bosco Holder and Jeffrey Holder, they had a group then, and my eldest brother danced with them. And I was one of the youngest dancers then.
At that time.
At that time. When Bosco, he left for London, I got married and had to stay at home. I couldn't travel then because I was a young mother. My daughter was just about 2 weeks, and I did my first trip to Venezuela.
Oh, yes?
Oh, yes. It started as early as that. But it's a long time for dance, huh? A long time.
Those early years took you all over the world, and I understand you also featured in a movie in the mid-50s
50s.
with Robert Mitchum and
Rita
Rita Hayworth, a movie called Fire Down Below.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that experience. How did that happen?
Oh, yes. They came down to Trinidad to film Fire Down Below. And they saw our routine at the Normandy.
Normandy
Yes,
Hotel.
Normandy Hotel. They were all there having dinner and so. And they were very excited about the whole dance. And they said, well, listen, they must put this into the movie, because it was the first time they were seeing anything like this. Seeing limbo and fire and flame and, and all these dancers. And it was an exciting time.
So you actually shared stage with Robert Mitchum and Rita Hayworth, Rob Shoulders with these people.
Yes.
That is not very, very well known here in Trinidad, and indeed, I guess, across the Caribbean. And we're happy to be breaking that kind of information to the world. You all also toured in those days a lot with steel bands.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, tell us about that. Pan Am North Stars and all of those legendary steel orchestras.
We went every year, December, we went to Argentina. There we advertised, the Pan Am, the airlines, and so. We did a lot of touring with Pan Am. We went to the Macy's Parade, New York.
Macy's
the famous
Parade,
Carnegie Hall. We also went to Radio City Music Hall. They hired us for 3 weeks, and we stayed 9 weeks with Mr. Leonie Duff. He was the director then.
So overwhelming
the
success of what you all have been doing. But instead of 3 weeks, it was extended to 9?
To 9, and we also performed on the Ed Sullivan TV show, his program. That too was another very, very wonderful experience for the group.
You all have been to Italy, Yugoslavia.
Yes.
I understand that your group spent a year in Japan.
Oh, yes.
Many years ago. Today, a lot of people are traveling to Japan. A lot of artists are going to Japan, and we are hearing so much about those tours. But you were there. Was it early 80s? When was it?
We first started going to Japan in 1972.
Oh, really?
Now the group changes about every 10 years.
Changes members every 10 years?
Yes. So when sometimes you think, people say, 40 years of dancing under the same group. But we changed the group like right now.
What was it like when you all were in Japan for an entire year?
Oh, Japan, fantastic. Everything that was right for the Japanese was wrong for me. And everything that was wrong for me was right for them.
Oh, I see.
Right? But it was a fantastic year. Those people, they are great.
You all have had the distinction of performing at the first Negro Arts Festival in Senegal.
In Dakar, Senegal.
Together with the Desperados.
With the Desperados.
Do you recall the year? What year was that?
It was...
That must be significant in your career.
Yes.
You've done so much, Julia. It must be extending your
I think
memory
it's around,
to ask you to pull those years, these specific years. It's always a whole lot making that kind of demand on your memory, right?
Yes.
But you all have performed.
But it was around 67.
You all have performed for a number of international celebrities, a number of greats who've come to the island. Haile Selassie is one of these.
Yes.
The former well, the now deceased former Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. When she came to Trinidad, we will also perform for her, as well as when Prince Charles was here on one of his trips from Great Britain. And those are just among a very extensive list of such performances. What about the U.S.? You have toured the U.S. extensively. I understand that you've done more than 25 states of the U.S.
Yes. And we also perform at Epcot Center.
Where is that?
That is in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's it.
We've been through a lot. Yes.
Julia has also been the recipient of a national award for her astounding and very sterling contribution to dance and culture. Here in Trinidad and indeed around the world, the government in 1992 recognized Julia's work, and she was presented with the Hummingbird Gold Medal at the National Awards of that year at President's House. Julia, that must have been quite a feeling for you that after all these years, these folks have come forward and recognized all that you've done. What was that experience like?
That experience was very close to like when I was having my 2 babies.
That's an interesting parallel. Explain that.
Yes, because being a mother, that is an experience.
Because you are in fact the mother of Limbo. You are in fact the mother of Limbo. So I can now identify the parallel behind that experience and the experience of motherhood.
It was a thrill that you can't really explain. You just feel so touched. And when you look around, everybody is now saying, yes, she did well. She stuck to her guns. Folk, limbo. Folk, limbo. Limbo, folk.
Julia, I'm sure that you're quite peeved over the fact that sufficient is not being done by the Culture Ministry here and by the government in general for limbo. It is now, unfortunately, a dying art form, and I'm absolutely certain that you would have a number of suggestions that you would want to make so that this very exotic, very cultural and very exciting dance form is not lost as the years go by and you probably leave the dance forum. Share with us some of those shortcomings that you obviously walk around with in your heart, and as well tell us some of the suggestions that you may have to improve this thing.
I wish the young kids will stick with it, because you have a lot to learn and to really, what shall I say, experience with limbo. Limbo, you must have a strong back, strong knees. You must also know the art of breathing.
Oh, really?
Yes, because limbo is an art, and you must know the art of breathing. Because when you go under the bar, you have to be able to control your breath. Because anytime you let out your breath, you collapse, you fall. So to go under that bar, yes, you must be able to hold in your breath for that length of time while you travel
under the bar. I see.
So you get a lot from it. You learn a lot from it.
What are some suggestions that you may want to offer to the powers that be so that this form can be preserved? Because it needs to be handed down, and sufficient is not being done. You are probably the only existing.
Yes, because it is a dying art. I'm sorry to have to say so, but sometimes I suffered from give-up-itis. But then I say, oh no, I'm going with it, I'm going to stick it in there. I really wish that they would do a little more for the local limbo dancer. Limbo dancer and the pan man. They're both on the same level, but I have a lot of faith, a lot of hope, and know that we shall overcome.
We have been in the distinguished company of Julia Edwards, one of the pioneers of the limbo dance form. We are indeed happy and honored to be sharing this cultural treasure with our viewers in London, in North America, and in the Caribbean. Julia, we want to thank you for spending this time with us on CultureShare, and we hope that whatever your hopes and aspirations are for the group, we hope that they all come to fruition. We want to wish you the best of luck, and we want to let you know that CultureShare is behind all that you're doing. Please call on us whenever you can, and whenever we are able to lend assistance to what you're doing. We will be only too willing to do so. Thanks again for talking to us.
Thank you very, very much.